I'm Terry Bond. I'm the member of the local Tidewater region of the Antique Automobile Club of America. That's the nation's oldest and largest antique automobile club. We have a series of what we call national scale events. There's about 6 of them every year, and they rotate to different parts of the country. We're proud to bring one here to Virginia Beach to the Aviation Museum this year. These events are really special. You have to request permission to host one of these things about 10 years in advance. And it takes 4 or 5 years to actually put them together because of the tremendous amounts of organization, things that need to be done to make these things happen. We're bringing in over 400 automobiles from all over the country, and they're here competing for national level awards like you see here on this table. These are the finest restored automobiles you're ever going to see, and it's really a once-in-a-lifetime event here in Virginia Beach and at the Aviation. We chose this site because we think that the match between the antique automobiles and the antique airplanes is absolutely perfect. We've held an annual show out here every year, a very small thing that our local club puts on. It's been very successful, and we think part of that success has been because of the location. You just can't get any better than these beautiful antique airplanes and these fantastic antique automobiles. It's a match made in the sky. The Antique Automobile Club of America features over 100 different classifications for cars and motorcycles. Vehicles range from turn of the century up to 25 years old. And of course it includes a large contingent of what we call early brass age cars. Those are the cars made before 1915 and 16. It also includes the newer muscle cars that are really popular today. There's a huge number of interesting vehicles you're never going to see anywhere else. We have cars out here that are just virtually one of a kind. One of our special cars on display this year is a car that was actually purchased brand new in Norfolk in 1909. It's a Packard automobile that was owned by the Sloan family here in Norfolk. It was purchased by one of our own Tidewater Region Club members in the 50s. He subsequently sold it after a significant illness to a gentleman in the Maryland area who restored the car and drove it extensively in tours. The car today is owned by a gentleman from Vermont who has restored it back to its original perfection, and he is here with it, returning it to Norfolk, its original home. We're really proud to have that car on display. But we've got other significant cars here as well. We've got one of the very first Cadillac automobiles that was ever built in 1903. We have some British sports cars that'll just make you drool. We've got MGs, we've got an absolutely fantastic Morgan out there, handcrafted wood body with metal nailed over it. It's just an amazing machine. We have motorcycles. The oldest motorcycle out there is my own. It's 1912, made by Triumph over in England. We have later vehicles. The muscle cars are tremendous. Everybody kind of grew up of my age with the Chevelle Super Sports and the GTOs and the Boss Mustangs. Well, they're out there to drool over, and you can literally relive your second childhood out there by looking at these things. And again, these cars are all restored perfectly. They're absolutely restored as they were delivered originally. So it's really a step back in time. What you see here on the table is a culmination of what we've done for the last 3 or 4 days. People have come in early to take part in the activities here at the museum, the scenery, the sights at the beach. We endured a little bit of rain and wind out there during the week. But now, it's all happening because we're coming together tonight to give out these beautiful awards to some of the cars. And we're also going to celebrate with a big banquet in the hangar next door as soon as we're done. This is Bill Alley, the owner of this great Packard that we talked about earlier. And I just wanted to double check with Bill on a couple of things about this car. Now, how long have you had the car?
I've had the car since 2002.
Okay. And you bought it from the gentleman who bought it from this area?
Yeah.
Right, okay. And that was Gordon?
Gordon Kerwin, yes.
Okay, super. And when you got the car, what kind of shape was it in?
He had bought the car, and his whole objective was to set it up so it could be a driver. And so a lot of key elements of the car were removed from it. And he did things that weren't consistent, it's no fault, with how the car was originally built.
Right.
And my mission in life is to preserve our automotive heritage. Right. And so I had this car with the provenance that the car has. I wanted to go to all lengths of doing it correctly. And he said, both sides. everything on this car is as it was originally. And it's my privilege to be able to do that and show it to people who remember Tommy Moody.
Right.
And remember seeing the car or hearing about the Stones had it. And it's just fabulous to look at the craftsmanship on an early car like this. We don't see it today.
Oh, no, it's a fantastic piece of workmanship. And we looked at it closer this morning. We were actually using it to train a group of judges on how to judge these earlier cars. And there's some things about this that are really, really unique. Can you show us the headlamps real quick about how those turn?
I can. The headlamps have a patent date of 1908. And they do swivel. They swivel off the steering, so as I just loosen these up. As you steer the wheel, the lights will follow the track of the front wheels.
Right. So that brass rod down there is connected to the wheel, so when the wheel turns, it pulls and it turns the lamps. So you can see what's going on around the corner before you get there, hopefully.
The insides of these lights are sitting on my desk at home. I had a hard time getting out of Vermont with the mud and snow to bring it down here. And the lights are bright. A lot of people don't think you see that well with acetylene lights, but that's what they use for minor flares. Okay. These lamps, those lamps are all original to the car. The bumper is original to the car. I have early photographs that show that. It runs well. It's a privilege to drive it, but today was very special for me with the people who came up who said, I remember Tommy Moody. I remember this car. I saw it. Thanks for bringing it. It's great to hear that. So it's my privilege to have it here and let everyone see this car.
Great. Well, we're loving every minute of having it here.
Good. Thanks.